The year is 75 million BC. Then dictator of the Galactic Confederacy, XENU brings billions of his people to Earth in a DC-8 spacecraft. He stacks his people, known as the Tigiak, around volcanoes and prepares a blood sacrifice, killing them with hydrogen bombs, causing an amazing chain reaction with the volcanoes. The Intergalactic Council's rage was unimaginable. XENU's deed did not go without consequence. Today, the spirits of these Thetans, or immortal spirits, genocided by XENU, adhere to the consciousness of humans, leading to spiritual harm. But there remains one race of super-intelligent humans willing to stop them.
There still remains one more word on the man. Call it Tom Cruise on Tom Cruise Scientologist.
I think it's a privilege to call yourself a Scientologist, and it's something that you have to earn. And because a Scientologist does, he or she has the ability to create new and better realities and improve conditions. Being a Scientologist, you look at someone and you know absolutely that you can help them. So for me, it really is KSW, and it's just like, it's something that I don't mince words with that, you know, with anything that LRH does, but that policy to me has really gone, boy. And there's a time I went through and I said, you know what? When I read it, I just went, this is it. This is exactly it.
So in this video, we'll be focusing on the hilarity in the language used by Scientologists, specifically Tom Cruise in this instance. The reason this video is kind of relevant to today is because 10 years ago today, this video was leaked to the public. And it's pretty interesting to look at the differences between how we used to be able to view Scientology versus how we do view Scientology now. The Church of Scientology, in this video 10 years ago, has obviously seen fit to really build up on Tom Cruise's actory, badass, Mission Impossible type side, playing music in the background and using more shutter noises than your creepy neighbor Billy across the street. You'll quickly notice Tom Cruise himself being pretty confused by what he's saying, using increasingly vague wording and adding in expressiveness and other types of clicks and laughs and all over sorts of manic grunts, just to remind you that he is indeed a real human.
Being a Scientologist, when you drive past an accident, it's not like anyone else. As you drive past, you know you have to do something about it because you know you're the only one that can really help.
Here Tom Cruise shows us how Scientologists really know what matters. If I was dying on the street in a car crash, I know that I'd want to look up and see Tom Cruise's smiling face looking down at me, getting in the way of the paramedics who are trying to actually help me. But I'm sure that he could do some kind of XENU incantation that would probably fix my broken bones and maybe send my spirit to a safer plane, free of all those speeding bad juju spirits.
Orgs are there to help, okay? But we as also the public, it's like, we have a responsibility. It's not just the orgs. It's not just Dave Miscavige. You know, it's not just me, it's you, it's everyone out there kind of rereading KSW and looking at what needs to be done and saying, okay, am I going to do it or am I not going to do it? Period.
Am I going to do it or am I not going to do it? Period. I'm Tom Cruise, look at me, I'm a Scientologist, I'm a badass. Yeah, so basically, when he's talking about KSW here, that's literally just, all that means is keeping Scientology working. So what he's going to say, he's saying do or do not in this type of Yoda type mentality. He's saying do or do not keep Scientology working. So if you really even understand what these certain anagram type things mean, it really makes even less sense. It's just more vague. And you'll see this vagueness throughout. You'll see this rate jump throughout. You'll see his expressiveness jump throughout in an attempt to seem like a actual human being when in reality he's Tom Cruise, Scientologist.
Because I won't hesitate to put ethics in on someone else, you know, because I put it ruthlessly in on myself. And I think that I respect that in others. And, you know, I'm there to help, and we're here to help. And my opinion is that, look, you're either on board or you're not on board, okay? But just, if you're on board just like the rest of us, period.
So you see another period here. You see another on board or not on board mentality here. He repeats this like 1,000 fucking times throughout this entire thing. And then I really like that description of him ruthlessly inserting his ethics onto others and other people. And he really, man, he really appreciates it when you insert your ethics into him. So if you ever see Tom Cruise in the street, just know that he's open to getting his ethics inserted at any point in time.
Traveling the world and meeting the people that I've met, you know, talking with these leaders in various fields. They want help.
Man, he really takes quite the long pause when he's thinking about all the people he's met, picturing all those inserting ethics into his whatever. He really gets to the point very quickly in this video. He's a real world leader. People come to him, Tom Cruise, actor extraordinaire, for help on things because he is a Scientologist, and that's just the gold standard that the world holds Scientologists to.
It is, being a Scientologist, people are turning to you, so you better know it. You better know it. And if you don't, you know, go and learn it, you know? But don't pretend you know it or for, you know, whatever. It's like, we're here to help.
Being a Scientologist, you better know it. And if you don't know it, well, know it, you stupid idiot. You you menial Scientologist piece of shit. Like, get to know it like I do, Tom Cruise. And then you'll really see when he repeats these things over and over again. Know it or know it. Join or join. Do or do not. There's no try. You'll really see that Tom Cruise's laugh levels and expressiveness jumps to verifiably insane levels in the future.
And I went, you know, they said, so, like, have you met an SP? I looked at him, you know, and I thought, oh, what a beautiful thing, because maybe one day it'll be like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day it will be that, wow, SPs, like, they'll just read about those in the history books, you know?
So when Tom Cruise is talking about SPs here, he's talking about what Scientologists call suppressive persons, which are basically the rabble like you who can't pay enough money to stay in the Church of Scientology. And well, Tom Cruise really finds this idea that you won't see other normal rabble people. He finds this so hilarious, you know? He's really a real Scientologist, man. He really gets it, you know? He's really connecting with his audience and looking like a expressive, emotive, young, exuberant. Oh, man, I'm looking into his eyes and I'm really getting into Scientology, man. Like, this guy really gets it. He's a badass. I want to be a badass just like Tom.
The thing is, I just go through that tech, and it's not how to run from an SP. It's PTSSP, how to shatter suppression, confront shatter suppression. You apply it, it's like, boom.
Here, Tom Cruise's handlers, after that whole laughing episode, they're like, Tom, you're scaring people. You got to really refocus a bit on our real meaning, which is to brainwash people. And that's what he's talking about with FTSP, whatever the fuck the actual thing is. He's saying that that's basically their method of brainwashing people. And he's saying that Scientologists, you should make it your mission every day to shatter that suppression and all those rabbles so we can take their hard-earned life savings and devote them to our submarine hideout in the middle of the Antarctic.
I'd like to go on vacation and go and romp and play and just do that. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what I want it to be, okay? That's how I would, you know, there's times I'd like to do that, but I can't, because I know. So, you know, what you know. I have to do something about it.
Well, when you know, you know, you know, you know. That's what Tom Cruise is saying here with this very poignant point about how he can't romp and play. I mean, he when he was talking before about inserting his ethics into me and all of you fine folks out there, I really thought like that was what he meant by romp and play. But I guess Tom Cruise, being his actor millionaire self, I'm sure he has absolutely no time. He's really dedicated and focused to the Church of Scientology's noble efforts worldwide. World peace achieved by Scientology, 2018. Let's make it happen, kids.
People are actually getting better, and let's get it done. You know, let's really get it done and have enough love, compassion, and toughness that you're gonna do it, and do it right.
Let's get it done. Let's really have enough to get it done. Let's do it. Let's do it right. Love, compassion, and toughness. The three LCT. You know, that's the motto of here, Scientology, LCT. Love, compassion, and toughness. One of those seems to be not like the others.
And it does make me feel like, man, there's, you know, we got more work. I need more help. You know, get those spectators either in the playing field or out of the arena, you know. That's how I feel about it.
Tom Cruise talks about being a spectator versus being a doer, a Scientologist doer. And I feel like it's pretty easy for him to say as an actor that other people would be spectators and he'd be a doer. Because he is the one on stage who people watch perform or in a movie or in a movie clip or whatever. He has a pretty skewed worldview. I'd just like to highlight the dangers of this video as you see this next outro clip. The vagueness and the excitement that can be generated can be flashy, but it's also something that you really have to take with a grain of salt when you're looking at religions like Scientology.
I do what I can, and I do it the way I do everything. There's nothing part of the way for me. It's just...
A Scientologist can be defined by a single question. Would you want others to achieve the knowledge you now have? In answering that question, Tom Cruise has introduced LOH technology to over 1 billion people of Earth. And that's only the first wave he's unleashed, which is why the story of Tom Cruise, Scientologist, has only just begun.